What's going on, everybody? This is Clark Beckham, former runner-up of American Idol. I'm your host, and you are watching the Idol Breakdown. Let's get going. I feel like this entire season has become a joke for me. It's a joke on me. Because last week, for the whole season really, my number one and number two were Jaina and Roman. People who came to the plate and knocked it out of the park every single time they had a mic in their hands. And then when they got voted off, because they were the ones that got voted off last show, I put Mia in my number one. Guess who's gone now? And Keiko, right up there, been in my top 5 the whole time. No, gone. So let's get started with Mia. She did forget the words, and instead of falling apart like right there in front of us, she made a face as if that was supposed to happen, like she was doing a dance move or something. She tried to push it off and keep going, but I could tell that she was hyper aware of her mistake, and then I think that led to her cracking, and then she was hyper aware of that mistake, which led to another crack and another crack and another crack. And I think she was really disappointed with her performance. I think she got in her head a little bit. I do think she did an incredible job of staying positive right after and laughing about it, staying positive and not just getting really down in the dumps and going to a spiral. Because we've seen multiple contestants in that same scenario absolutely fall apart and be in tears right when the song ends. But she wasn't. She handled it like a pro. And it's clear, don't take offense to this, but it's clear that American voters don't really care about great voices anyway. So I think she's going to do fine. She got a huge platform on national television and did incredibly well. She'll be very proud of herself. Jack Blocker. I really like this arrangement. When I heard that he was doing the song, I got really excited because he does stuff like this. He takes normal songs and makes them like smoky and cool. And this is what he did for this too. The word love was a little flat every time except the last couple times. It got closer and closer each time he did it, but it's the do you believe in life after love? That love was do you believe in life after love? Is just under. And in his defense, it was much higher than what I was just doing, and so he had to stretch for it. But at the end, he was hitting it well. For me, that took away a bit because that's the best part of the song. That's the payoff. The punchline kind of the song. It's like telling a great joke and then just stuttering on the punchline. I thought the ending was really strong. McKenna. When I heard her sing this song, just her and Shania Twain, the pre-performance video package, holy cow, I was leaping for joy. And right when it started, the band was all in. There's a problem with these arrangements. It's often 3 or 4 times a show, there are performances that, in my opinion, miss it because of the arrangement of the song. I know we have a world-class band there. You don't have to use them. They're there to be used when they're needed. And sometimes they're not needed. I think this song, instead of doing it exactly like the record, I think you could have done it exactly like the record, starting on the first chorus and out. But the first verse could have just been super soft, just her and piano. Maybe like a little bit in the pre-chorus and then a little bit in the build, and then boom, we're all in the chorus, and then play it out. But just going like the record straight from the top, I think we lost some juice that could have been juiced. That being said, this was my favorite performance from McKenna, maybe of the whole season. And I think, personally, this was my favorite performance of the whole night. If I went back and listened to one song, it'd be that one. I thought she was flawless. I don't think she could have possibly done this any better. I thought she was fantastic. And the Groove Crew, it was a little bit of a mixed reviews, which I was pretty surprised by because I thought it was so great. Some people didn't love it. Other people really liked it. A lot of people who watch these videos like them. And some of them actually will hit the like button to reflect how they really feel inside. I don't know what you're going through that makes you not want to show your true feelings. I've learned that there's a lot of freedom in showing how you really feel. And I promise, I can't think of a better way, a better door to open than one to emotion. And this is a great intro to it because no one's really looking to see who it is that's liking these videos. They're just looking at the numbers. So this could be something where you could express your feelings in a safe environment where no one's really looking. And you know what? Before long, you'll be telling people how you feel, how much you appreciate them, and you won't be scared of your emotions. You'll be one with them. So let's take that first step together. And let's like this video. I'll do it too. What that might come across pompous. How could you like your own video? Because I care about you and I want us to do this together. So let's click the like button. Keiko. I was kind of hyped for the Britney Spears idea. I wanted to hear it. Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again, but like Bohemian Rhapsody. I was here for it. I was pretty much sold when he did the drum solo with his mouth. Like, digga, 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 boom, boom. I was like, yeah, I want to hear this. I want to hear this bad. He changed it. Kudos, because it takes a lot to make that move. It's a scary move to make, especially after he already did the thing with Shania Twain. And he did this cool punk rock song, rocked out, jumping around, having a blast. Some people were not a fan of this. I don't like this as much as his earlier performances in the season, where it was like the emotional, thought-provoking, deep singer-songwriter guy instead of the like straight up guy liner and oversized interesting sweaters and jumping around and screaming. I'm into that too, by the way, just not as much of the singer-songwriter stuff. But I think the stand that he took was, I really want to be myself. I really want to do what makes me happy and where I feel the most joy and excitement in doing this. And that was this punk rock song, Teenage Dirtbag. So that's what he did. And he did well. Thought his pitch was good. Shanley was laughing the whole time out of excitement and glee. And unfortunately, we see him go home. He was a very interesting contestant. You never really knew what he was going to do. And that made him very entertaining. But now he's gone. Amy. Keep your head still. I like the arrangement. I actually love this idea of singing this Blink-182 song, kind of almost like broken down country. And it worked really well. I thought she did well. She seemed in control. Let me say this again. If you are a contestant, you should not be watching these videos. I appreciate it and appreciate the support. And I tag you in my Instagram, not for you to see it and watch it, so people can click your profile and check you out from my Instagram. You should not be watching this. If you're watching this to get honest feedback, please just DM me. I'll give you way more in-depth feedback, and I'll give you the feedback in a much better way than just a YouTube review video standpoint where I'm just this talking head. I can do so much better for you. Just DM me. Don't watch this stuff. I don't understand American voters. I'm curious how Emmy got through and we saw Mia leave. They're pretty similar as far as genre goes. Now, other than genre, I don't know if they are. Mia's got a better voice. There's just more talent there. Emmy is more of a like singer-songwriter. I think we feel more connected to her emotionally, which is really the name of the game. I thought this was one of the better performances that she did. Tristan. Tristan's rocking out, absolutely getting it, going back to the hip, swinging. Katie said something about it. Hey, you can't do this Elvis Heartbreak Hotel and then go back doing normal stuff. You got to come out with that. Which in a way I agree with, but I think he might have taken it too much to heart. It was fun to watch Tristan, someone who we love, do the big country rocking out song and swing his hips. I could find thousands of guys who could do exactly what he just did, just as good or better. Thousands of people I could find to do exactly that. When he plays a song on the guitar and it's heartfelt, like all of his performances until like the last 3 or 4, when he gives us that, he gives us something that we can't find anywhere else on the planet. We're watching the unique God-given gift that he has, that he's giving back to us, and he's showing us something that we can't get anywhere else. And I think every artist should search for the thing that they do that nobody else can do, that no one else can offer. How can God shine through you uniquely in a way that you can't shine through anybody else? That is the perspective that I take on music, and for this, it wasn't the goods, wasn't unique enough. He did great. He did it well, and it was fun to watch him do the thing. I just want to watch him do his thing. You guys have been very responsive to the music lessons pitch that I made you guys last week. I want to remind you, if you don't want to schedule a thing with me, a lesson with me, and you want something more affordable and more comprehensive, I have an online program that's called Vocal Foundations. The link is in the description of this video and all my videos. It goes through all of the foundational things that I have learned almost nobody does. And this stuff will fix your voice and strengthen your voice immediately. It's something that it talks about breathing correctly. It talks about how to actually warm up. So many times people warm up and they actually destroy their voice in their warm up because they're pushing instead of warming up before. So that before you start pushing, there are things you can eat that will destroy your voice. There are things that you can abstain from. There are things that you can drink or eat to help your voice, things like that. And another class that I've put together that's a little more extensive and not actually music related, but since we were talking about food, something that is a very real concern for a lot of people, a wish, a desire that they have, is to be lean, to lose bad weight, right? We don't want to lose muscle, but everyone seems to think that in order to do that, you have to run and do a ton of cardio and starve yourself. I did a ton of cardio when I was training for an ultra marathon. It's a 50-mile race that I did. I was running like 30 miles a week and eating not a lot of food. And I lost a lot of weight, but people were asking me if I was okay. Then I sprained my ankle so bad that I couldn't walk. And for the 2 months that I couldn't exercise at all, except like lift a little bit of weight at the gym, changing my diet alone, I lost 25 pounds in 2 months and got shredded. Like, I never thought in a million years I'd have the body that I had, and I didn't even run. All that to say, I developed this plan. It's called the Fat Loss Lifestyle. I'm putting that in the description as well. It would be silly for me to think that everyone here just wants to be a singer. This is something, the fat loss world has been so confusing, so trendy, and not actually lending us a way to actually get results long term. Not for a month, not for a couple months, forever, for the rest of your life. And this is something that I've found. I lost that 25 pounds and I never got it back. That was 2.5 years ago. It changed my life. I'd love it to change yours too. There's a link in the description you can click, and I'll send you 5 meals that sound really healthy that will actually cause fat storage, to show you this is why we can't get a hold of our body composition, because what we've been marketed to teach us what's healthy can be healthy, but it can also store fat. And if that's what we're trying to rid ourselves of, we can't eat these meals anymore. Click the link, put your email in, and I will email you these 5 things right now. Or you can just go straight to the plan and buy the plan. Abby. I thought this was too fast in the beginning. I didn't really like the arrangement. Now that Roman and Jaina are gone, every week I'm really looking at Abby and Julia to pick up the slack of just star power, blow your mind singers. And Abby hasn't hit that for me in a while. I didn't like this arrangement. I didn't like the key. Ooh, oh. Being like in the middle of a range, like in chest voice, was just throwing me off. I know it was there so that the verse could be big and high, and I don't know. I wasn't really into that. I could stand to have a little bit more meat in her belting tones, a little more support, just a little lower resonance instead of it being really tall up here, which is great for that song. And for some moments, I'd like it to come down, kind of where Julia brings it down here. Same concept, where instead of real tall up here, brings it more to the center and the front of the mask. Julia. Rockin' Out. Picked a great song. I didn't like the arrangement. Now, the arrangement was pretty straight, like the original, but there's some beautiful melodies here. And I didn't get access to any of them, is what it felt like. There's some really beautiful moments to be had. And I just felt like we just listened to a record of Julia singing this song. And I didn't get any special moments. She sang really well, but didn't pick a great song. Will Mosley. And a pistol by my side. I thought Will did pretty great here, actually. I thought that last note, I didn't know he could sing like that. And he's giving it his all. I think he looks really cool. This is my favorite from Will. I know I've been pretty hard on him, but I think he deserves props for this one. We are in the final month of the show. The show will be over in less than a month from today. If you want to, through this home stretch, join the watch parties, get in the Groove Crew. It's $5 a month. And then you can join me as I live stream myself watching the watch party with all the other members. We have a Discord as well. It's a great community. We'd love for you to join the Groove Crew, especially for this home stretch. And then right after, you can just cancel your membership. It's fine. Just the home stretch. Let's get it in. KB. I thought this was great. I've been wanting her to crush and sing with the voice that she's shown us that she has. And I thought this was the perfect song. I thought Shania Twain did really well with her, and like Katie said, understood her voice and really brought her to her full potential. I love this. I thought her pitch was awesome. Great song choice. Can't say that enough. I think this was the best of the night from anybody, right along with McKenna. McKenna and KB tie for me for best of the night. All right, my top 10 once again got decimated, but here is my new top 10. We've got Jack Blocker taking the number 1 spot, which hopefully he doesn't get cut, because that's usually what happens when I put someone at number 1. Number 2, Julia Gagnon. Number 3, McKenna. Cabrian right behind her. Abby Carter behind her. Tristan, and then Will, and then Emmy. This Idol breakdown premieres Mondays and Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central Time. It's the best way to watch this. We can watch it live like it was a live TV show. And then we go straight into a live Q&A after this video. Come tell me where you disagree with me. Sometimes I'll say where I disagree with me when I watch the video back. I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? Also, subscribe. Just subscribe. I don't really have much of a pitch. There's nothing bad that happens to you and only good things that happen to me. So if you love me, subscribe or like me, or genuinely, honestly, I don't care how you feel about me. If you'll subscribe, that would be awesome. If you're watching this as a premiere, now would be a good time for you to click the Q&A link that I'm putting in the chat right now. And whatever you do, do not forget that it's not the critic who counts. Not the one who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit always belongs to the one who is actually in the arena. That's them, not us. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.